Children have so much potential, and as parents, we can help unlock their inner strength and self-expression. Our next guest is a best-selling author of the book, Ordinary Parents Raising Extraordinary Children.
We welcome Lucie LeBlanc, mindset and success coach, to the show. Lucie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's great to have you.
Thrilled to have you in town from San Francisco. We want to talk all about your book and your strategy towards positive parenting. And of course, you're a parent yourself.
Yes, I have three beautiful grown children. They are 25, 23, and 22 years old.
Yeah, I think we all kind of look at, as a parent of two, you look in the mirror and you ask yourself, I do it every time at bath time. Am I a good parent? Am I doing all right? Or what are some of the common parental blunders that you see end up happening?
Well, I think we tend to be controlled by the environment, and we don't look into ourselves. And so most of us grew up listening to our parents' advice, of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And oftentimes the parents want to control their children, and they don't let them be. And it's very important to let them be, express themselves. And we all come with a different set of talents and gifts. And what sometimes can be awesome for a parent might not be the same for the child. So we have to teach our children to make their own choices, make their own mistake, because that's how we really learn how to be, to become who we become.
Learn by failing.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly, of course.
You also think it's valuable for us adults to understand the difference between a child's mind and the adult mind.
Exactly.
And what do you see that is?
Well, when we look at children, there is two things that we must understand. When a child is born, the subconscious mind is wide open. So everything that the child hears, sees, tastes, smells, or touches is planted onto the subconscious mind. Mm-hmm. And this goes on for about 4 to 5 years until the conscious faculties have time to develop. And whatever has been planted onto the subconscious mind of the child will eventually develop, because the subconscious mind must accept everything. Yeah. It cannot reject. And it is also the most crucial part of life, because this is when the child is being conditioned, the paradigms are formed, and the self-image begins to develop.
No question. Affirmations to repeat to your children. I've asked Colin, my older son, he's 3 years old. And we'll ask him, what does mommy say and what does daddy say? And he repeats back to us, I love you, which is great. Oh. Affirmations we should repeat to our children. What should we be saying to them?
That they are the greatest in life. They are perfect, they are whole, and they can achieve anything. Wow. Affirmation should always be extremely positive. And even if you don't believe what you're saying, or if the child believes in it, it doesn't matter. Eventually, like I said, the subconscious mind takes in everything, and they will eventually believe it.
You're making like a launch pad for this kid. So if the better that even if you don't believe, okay, this kid maybe is not the best, but you know what, he's doing his best. You create a great launch pad that he can take, or she can take off from. If you don't do that, you're kind of setting them up for failure.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Because our success is according to our belief system. So if the child is conditioned to believe that, yes, they are extremely perfect, they can do anything, eventually they will grow up to be very confident. A child that is raised in criticism will grow up to be very have a low self-esteem, and a child that is raised in praise will grow up to have a very high self-esteem and a very positive self-image.
Yeah, you think it's critical to raise a child, especially start them out at that young age in a positive environment. Can you hand me the book?
Yes.
Sean. So in this book, when did you write this, by the way, and what inspired you to put some of this wisdom on paper?
Well, in 2015, I started working with Bob Proctor, who is one of the greatest mindset coach in the entire planet. Mm-hmm. And I went through a big depression, and instead of using medication to help myself, I used this technique, and within just a few weeks, I felt better, and I really brought myself up, and now I'm thriving. Beautiful. I have extremely big goals, and whatever people tell me, if sometimes they say you're not being realistic, I know my potential now, because I've studied the power of the mind. Yeah. And the subconscious mind is truly a secret toolbox, and it is by developing our subconscious mind and our creative faculties that we can really truly know who we are and know our potential.
Positive thinking can go a long way. We have the paper version here. However, there's a digital download that you're offering people for free. Where
Yes.
where can they get it?
Yeah.
You can go to book.lucieleblanc.lifecoach.com and you can download the book for free.
Awesome.
Lucie,
It's great to have you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
It was a
thanks
pleasure.
for sharing.
Thank you.
To learn more positive parenting techniques, pick up a copy of Lucie's book, Ordinary Parents Raising Extraordinary Children. You can visit her website as well. She's also on Facebook at Lucie LeBlanc, Life Coach. Bestseller Publishing, proud sponsor of The Morning Blend.